morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our wonderful and beautiful little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do, my juicy little lads? Thank you, little lads. You're delicious and bright. They're bloody tangled again, aren't they, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so I just had to put them round my neck. Okay, my delicious little babies now. The time is around 5:30 p.m, okay, on the 19th of January 2025, my delicious little babies. It's dark outside. It's been very grey today and very cold, my delicious little babies. So there's no surprise, okay? Because it's like that the majority of the time, my delicious little babies, okay? So that's the weather forecast. And I hope that wherever you are in the world, that life is treating you most deliciously, okay? And I'll say it all now. So whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected, okay? So, yes, and please, let's continue to live that vibration, my little honey bunnies, and live that frequency, okay, my delicious little babies? Because, you know, we're all going to get a bit of a peed off day, you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? It does happen, you know what I mean? But we just got to keep plodding along, okay, my delicious little babies? Now then, so I've only got just two pieces of information today, my delicious little babies. There's not a lot, because what's happening is, to do with this poxy flipping inauguration, you know, with old Trouble Trump, okay, my delicious little babies. Well, this is all we seem to be seeing, but I will say this, my delicious little babies, I have started to notice, there we are, more now, okay? I'm not going to say that I never thought that I'd see it or hear it, because I'm not going to say that, because I had a feeling, there we are, that I would. Do you see what I mean? But you're getting more and more now who are, shall we say, maybe the way that all this is rocking and a-rolling now, do you understand what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, okay? And, you know, some are simply simple things, just not trusting. Do you see what I mean? There we are, that is the correct move, my delicious little babies. And, of course, you know, at the end of the day, there we are, before I even say it, it will be proved. There we are, sir. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because, like I said, if no one can see, you know, well, there are ones who can see, and bless their beautiful dear little souls, not in that way, not in that way, and not in that way, not in that way with who I'm advertising at all. There are ones who say, but of course, usually they either come under, especially the larger platforms, my delicious little babies, they usually come under, it's only a figure of speech, not in literal terms, but they come under fire, you know what I mean? Like, ones are going on all cylinders, you know what I mean? It's like, you cannot say anything against Trouble Trump. No. Because, you know, these ones here, figure of speech again, my delicious little babies, and there's millions of them out there. They seems to have what we call kittens. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies. So they become most upset now then if you mention anything about Trouble Trump. Do you see what I mean? Let's not forget what happened in 2020. There we are. Do you know what I mean? But seems to be easily forgotten, isn't it, when ones are looking for a saviour? But not all of us are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? We can man our own ships. Now then, my delicious little babies. So this one here, this is the first one. So this uploader, I think he's still at now 20.1 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies. Search engine of your choice, please, and thank you. 3 words into one, as is watching. Now, I do mention him sometimes, my delicious little babies, simply because the material, there we are, that he gives out is, there we are, proper common sense. Okay, and it is very clear to myself that he clearly does, there we are, his own form of, there we are, research. Okay, my delicious little babies, so that he can then deliver his wonderful videos, there we are, to all of us, okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, whoever I advertise, you know what I mean, you know, they're wonderful anyway, you know, I mean, obviously you got your one-offs, you know what I mean, I'm not saying they're not wonderful, but, you know, I have the ones who I advertise, do you see what I mean, okay, my delicious little babies. This video is it nearly 50, no, it could be just over 58 minutes long, my delicious little babies. I listened to it this morning. It's probably about, I don't know, about 15 hours long now, my delicious little babies, you know, hours ago, sorry, my delicious little babies, okay? And when you do ours is watching, type it in. Please miss off the G on the end, so it's not watching, it's watching. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? It's got just the N, not the G. And then space, bar, bit shooting, you should have reached your destination. The video should read, ours is watching, hashtag 169, Trump's new world order, Tesla's lost tech, AIR's 2025 EMP prediction. Okay, my delicious little baby, so I'll just repeat that again for you, shall I? Ours is watching, hashtag 169, Trump's new world order, Tesla's lost tech, AIR's 2025 EMP prediction. Yes, my delicious little babies, okay? Now, he's done, there we are, he's done saying it the way it is, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And like I say, there are many more now who I've been seeing and hearing who, there we are, appear to be feeling the same way, okay? So something has changed. There we are, it has changed. Not for all, not for all. And the reason why is because it's going to be very difficult to sway, let's just say, some mankind's ways of thinking now. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. So we're at that stage, but we have yet to see, there we are, what is going to happen. Please do not forget the video, you know, that anybody who's listened to my video yesterday, my delicious little babies, okay, please and thank you. That you're so kind enough to listen to me. So thank you. And so very much love to each and every one of you. How I love you so. Please do not forget that this COVID, okay, is going to be continuing to 2029, okay? So that is why I say, and I'm going to repeat it again, that we must, there we are, brace ourselves for this. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And please expect, I'm not here to be the bear, you know, the bearer of sorrows who's stumbling here, bad news, but please expect that there's going to be a lot more, very sadly, who are going to be poorly, my delicious little babies, put it that way, okay? And, you know, we've also got to be able to brace ourselves, there we are, for what they're going to be doing. So they may go into that, you know, dinky flipping Oval Office. Do you see what I mean, okay? And act, you know, as pure as a driven snow, my delicious little babies, as the old-fashioned saying goes. But then, you see, I always say, old-fashioned saying, the proof is in the pudding, okay? So anyone can, you know, pledge this or say that. The question is, what are they going to do? Okay, my delicious little babies, this is the, you know, the $1 million question. Now, it certainly does not help when Mr. Trouble Trump, so he's been talking to that putrid Bill Gates. You know, there we are. Before I even say it, you know, my room is super duper, there we are, deliciously warm, okay? But I get like this coldness across here. You see, I can see, others, there we are, can see what is going on here. And let's not forget that that putrid effing Bill Gates, what he did, you know, and all the things that he's been done doing now, like turning around and saying, you know, when his whiff was there, okay, or whatever she's bloody meant to be, ex-wife or whatever. You don't trust anything that they say about the little babies. But when he went, yes, we just stick them into the, the baby's arms. Do you see what I mean? Okay, and that is who Mr. Trouble Trump has had a 3-hour, apparently, according to what I heard, convo with. Do you see what I mean? Okay, I wouldn't have that man come anywhere near myself. Do you see what I mean? Especially if I wanted, to do good for my country. You see what I mean? Just like that, who's that other one now? That RFK, whatever he's bloody well called. Well, he still talks about that, these, what do they call them? Vaccines that, so in other words, he's still pro-vaccine. There we are. That's what I'm done saying. My delicious little babies can. So I do not trust one bit my delicious little babies. No, I do not. And I tell you what, somewhere, there we are, they're going to damn well trip up. And it may be that, like I say, there we are sooner than one expects. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And then ones are going to see the mask is going to be lifted, as the old-fashioned saying goes, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? But what's my question is what are ones going to be done saying then? They're going to be making excuses now then for all of these. And this is what they class as draining the swamp, is it? Is that what it's supposed to be, my delicious little babies? In my eyes and ears, it appears to myself it's a very strange way of draining the swamp, my delicious little babies. In fact, they seem to be creating more of a larger, colossal, there we are, swamp, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? So I'm just going to leave it like that. But yeah, a really banging video to listen to, okay? Now, very lastly, and then I'm going to close my book, because like I say, we need to go backwards here. Do you know what I mean? Need to remember. This is also on BitChute, my delicious little babies, so nothing for YouTube today. And this uploader happens to have 12.8 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? Now, search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. Think space like space a space cop. And then space bar BitChute. So then you should have reached your destination. So I'll just repeat that again. Think like a cop, then BitChute. Okay, my delicious little babies. The video should read, and this is just over 11 minutes long, my delicious little babies, a summary of the COVID scandemic. Okay, my delicious little babies, I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? A summary of the COVID scamdemic. Okay, my delicious little babies, yeah. What your man there does on the video, you do not see him, you just hear him talking. And I'm going to close my book. What he does is he just, there we are, summarises, there we are, the whole, this whole load of shit that went on, this whole pandemic. Okay, my delicious little babies, that's what he's done doing. And I would say myself, listening to the video, he did it extremely well and very tardily. That's the words that just came into my noddle. Extremely well and very tardily. Okay? And he's been done saying it in just over 11 minutes, my delicious little babies, okay? Now, finally, so yeah, that's another really good video to take a little listen to, okay? And we are going to keep mentioning it because the fact of the matter is, if you brush it under the carpet, it means that everything that's taken place and is very sadly continuing to take place is then going to, there we are, for even say it is going to lead to even worse now then, okay? And it clearly will. Okay, my delicious little babies. So we have to keep, going back. There we are, going backwards. See, look at this. My earrings come out. Look at this. I'm going to leave it out, See, that's twice, isn't it? In 1 week where my earrings come out, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Anyway, so that's that. So the fact of the matter is that we have to keep talking about this, okay? Because there we are. This is super duper. Very serious, extremely serious indeed. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And, ones must not feel that, the others, there we are, shall we say, there we go, here we go again, okay, have forgotten this, because I haven't, and many millions of others have not either. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, finally, so I had someone to come to see me today, and I've been suffering terrible headaches for about 3 days now. And anyway, very seemed to be very agitated. And what they basically wanted was like an Indian head massage, okay? But spent too much time fidgeting. They felt very nauseous, very like they wanted to project. I thought, giddy God. Do you know what I mean? I thought, I'm not going to have to run and get a bowl, am I? Do you understand what I mean, okay? Now, I was doing my best to give advice of how to deal with this, okay? As well as me doing what I did, which was to do the healing side of it, okay? Because, of course, you have to put your hands on the shoulders. And of course, I have another technique of how I do the feet. Okay, my delicious little babies, there we are. And it will work, there we are, every time. Do you see what I mean, okay? And I'm very blessed, to be able to do that. Okay, my delicious little babies. But this one, before they came to see me, had a milky drink. And if anybody is feeling poorly, I would have thought that for Merce, they would know that if you are feeling nauseous, the last thing to do is to drink milk. What they should be doing is either having some form of, whether it be licorice or, believe it or not, licorice, or maybe having something like a peppermint drink, okay? Or what I'd already advised prior to all of this, with them coming to visit me today, I said, please, empty a bottle of water, heat it up. I said, and then let it cool down, pour it back into the bottle. I said, make sure you've got some fresh lemon cut up, washed and cut up. Do you see to me? I said, then put that into the water. Then, then put it in, then do the lid, and then put it in the freezer for like 45 minutes. But I never said that part to him. The reason why, because his head was, it's like it was going to explode. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So I was just trying to, spare a thought for quicker ways to help him very quickly, if you know what I mean. But instead, he decided to take 2 paracetamol, my delicious little babies, okay? And then, of course, before he arrived, he sent me a message and said, who this was, that he said, because he may not have been able to drive. And then, and then basically he said, I've took another 2. So to myself, there was no, this is where I get frustrated, my delicious little babies, okay? Because I'm done giving advice. When he arrived, I said to him, look, I said, please have a honey, lemon and ginger. I will do it for you now. I said, and it will settle your tummy. He said, no. He says, you do not understand. I feel very sick. I said, yes, but it's going to help you. So there was no, you just couldn't, it's just one of those situations. Anyway, so I did the healing. To be honest with you, because I do have a bit of a phobia against if anybody's projecting or vomiting, I've got to be honest, I've got a bit of a phobia against it. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, I just thought, please do, because it was playing on my noddle. I thought, please just do not flipping vomit or something. Do you understand what I mean? Because it'll make me flipping vomit looking at somebody else's vomit. I do not mean that nasty, my delicious babies, but it's something I cannot go near. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, I can. It just makes me feel very ill. So anyway, but then he trotted off. He said, well, I'll let you know how I get on. I said, okay. But that was a fine example. He said, I'll have a honey and a lemon, he said, when I get home. But he did appear to be very stressed. Okay, my delicious, very stressed, actually. And so you couldn't really, and he was fidgeting, and he was just, it's everything that you do not want when you're doing a healing, my delicious babies now. Okay? Now, the fact of the matter is so the best thing that he could have done was just remain calm. but, you know, usually they do not. I had somebody else come to see me yesterday and no problem at all. They were so super duper, there we are, so very happy. Do you know what I mean, okay? They accepted my help very gracefully. Do you see what I mean? Okay, they said, oh, I really need healing. I said, okay, I said, I'll do that for you. So can you see the difference? Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. So it's like this one, very sadly today, I'm sorry to have to say this, but it's sorry. He didn't want to be helped. Do you see what I mean? I was giving him the best advice I could give. I even offered, you know, I did. I said, I'll cut up a grapefruit and I'll cut up a lemon and I'll squeeze it and I'll put some orange juice in. I said, and have that and with a bit of ginger. I tried everything, my delicious little babies, and yet he's still go, no, because I just don't feel well. I just don't feel well in my head. And do you know what I mean? Instead of just calming down, do you see what I'm saying? Yes, I can. But this is what's going on. Then I've been hearing that, and by the way, very sadly, this was yet somebody else, very sadly, who's taken something and actually did say to me, I really do not feel that they work very well. Do you see what I mean, okay? Now, I've also been hearing that ones, very sadly, who have taken, okay, seem to be coming out, from what I've been told, not by this one, by somebody's else, that they seem to be coming out in bruises, a lot of bruises. Well, anybody knows, and I've been knowing this for decades, that with a bruise, it's like a gathering of blood, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Okay. So anyway, I was hearing about that. Then I was hearing that, well, one's hearing of a lot more heart attacks. And finally, what I wanted to say, which is so sad, the whole lot's just so sad. And I'm not going to really keep talking about this because I just get damn vexed. I get damn angry when I look at our mankind. We haven't done anything to deserve this, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? We have not, okay? But yet we had it on our doorstep, it seems. There we are. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? I was also hearing about like the newer cars, because I do talk to some to do with cars, okay, my delicious little babies, and I always say that I prefer the older cars. They may be heavier, but they were built, there we are, far better, okay? But I've been talking to some and they've been saying that basically the new cars now is all to do with, which I've known anyway, because I had those diagnostic machines out, you know, when I had my Brum Brum and well before that. But everything's diagnostics now, and they said they're finding it most difficult, and it's getting more difficult to repair the newer cars, my delicious little babies. And I just thought I'd leave you with that. Okay, my delicious little babies. So that's everything I wanted to say, really. But yeah, you know, you got like somebody who you can help, and then you got somebody else who, you know what I mean? He to be honest, he would have been better off staying at home, taking the good advice, you know, when he sent me a message and a message back with what I've said, explained and said to do. And then just rested himself, do you know what I mean? Instead of traipsing out, you know, with a banging headache, you know what I mean? But he's had that for 3 days now, my delicious little babies. But of course, he would not really listen about natural, do you know what I mean? And he was convinced that having that milky drink was the best thing for him. Well, it's not. And I'm going to disagree, especially if somebody's feeling nauseous. And I know this because, you know, at the end of the day, even with my beautiful little babies, you know, when they were little, you know, because you're always going to get them, you know, where they may have you know, where they're not feeling very well for some reason. Do you know what I mean? Could be anything, really. And, but that was mainly like in a infant school, really. And like, you know, but if you gave them like a hot milky drink, well, you know, not hot, but, you know, just so it's nice and warm. If they're not feeling well, the whole lot's just going to come straight back out again. Do you know what I mean? And let me tell you, I've cleaned it up a number of times, my delicious little babies, as being a mama bird, you know, for my beautiful little baby daughters. Do you understand what I mean, okay? So we know this now. You know, you want things to settle your tummy, but peppermint is extremely good. And like I say, licorice there we are, is extremely good as well, my delicious little babies. And of course, just to have things like anything, because as well as for colds, for the common cold or the flu, you know, things like pineapple, things like that now then, do you see what I mean? Anything that's like an antioxidant, do you see what I mean? Yes, I can. And of course, you know, if you could stomach it, you know, maybe eat some green, very deep green leafy vegetables, do you see what I mean? Okay? And that should usually, I feel, okay, cure the there we are, cure the problem, my delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? Okay? Anyway, so until my next video, but I do hope that he gets better. I really do hope that he gets better soon. But he seems to be a very stressed out mankind, my delicious little babies, okay? So you must have there we are, a number of different things going on. Do you understand what I mean, okay? But we can only hope that he gets better soon. But I did my best, that I feel, you know. But it doesn't help when somebody, you know what I mean, is just not listening to a word that you say. My delicious little babies, do you see what I mean, okay? Anyway, so until my next video, okay, I love you all, sir, okay? And if it is cold wherever you are, please, wrap up warm, okay? Because it's very chilly out there now, do you know what I mean, okay? My delicious little babies, so much love. Thank you once again for taking the time to even listen to any of my videos, because I know I can flipping go off on one, do you know what I mean? But it's just my frustration some days, do you know what I mean? And I just get really, and then of course I'm very passionate about what I talk about, do you understand what I mean? And sometimes it can be frustrating, not towards yourselves, because I love you very much, it's not that. It's just, you know, when you're doing your best, there we are, to get your point across, do you see what I mean? And, you know, but like I say, who's meant to listen will so very kindly listen, or put a like, or, you know, even occasionally a comment. You know, it's very much appreciated. I'm so very thankful. But as long as the information, like what I've given out today, it gets out, you know what I mean? And if you see the videos and, you know, and it's going to help yourself and somebody else, please pass it on, pass it on. That's all I ask, nothing more, you know, nothing more, okay? Please and thank you. So much love. Take care. If it's night time, no night, sleep tight. Watch your bed bugs don't bat. Love ya. Goodbye.